The street people aren't winning like they were back then. You hear me? It's the people that are doing legit shit that's winning. The people that you might have said was a geek, weird. Those are the people that's winning now because they're not risking their freedom. The rules have changed, and this is why it shifted so much that don't nobody care about snitching because of the way it shifted. If you got everybody on the internet doing what they do on the internet, making money, and people can go independent with their music, they got all these different platforms. All these different platforms that people can make money on. Content creators all over the world making money, legit. Man, the dope boy don't got the same light as they used to. When you had to live up to them rules, whereas though you couldn't snitch because you got to go back to the street, it's different now. Because if you snitch now, right, you can go to the internet and brag about snitching and everybody's gonna watch you. Now, you ain't gotta go back to the hood and pick up no work. All you gotta do is go in front of a camera and talk to the people, and you gonna get paid more money than you was out on the block. This is what people gotta understand. And I'm saying facts. This is why don't nobody care about it. This is why WACK running around the way he doing. People paying attention to him. He making money off of snitching, lining people up, and saying who telling. So he making money off the shit. The dope boys on the street, they ain't gonna stand a chance. They don't stand a chance out here now. They plucking them off easy now. You get around some niggas and you talking about you got to work, the feds is investigating you fast. It made it easy for them to narrow down to street hustlers. Straight up. This is why at this point in time, you gotta convert to living positive. Straight up, you gotta convert. Appreciate that membership, Ed. You gotta convert to living positive now. It's a different game. Niggas out there acting like, you know, it's a street code. That shit over, man. That shit it's over. If you think a street code still exists, go out there and play that street game. I guarantee you, somebody that you know, that you grew up with, is going to be the first one to tell on you. It's over. WACK knows that. He know, niggas know he telling. He know it. Niggas call him a rat all the time. WACK is an informant. He don't care about being an informant. Straight up. If he know he can keep everybody in suspense and play with everybody continuously, he don't care. Because it's going to keep his name going. And people going to still pay attention to the rat. You see, Lil Woody, dude was a star witness for the state of Georgia, the city of Atlanta, Fulton County, star witness. He got in there playing with them people, and look, people acting like, yo, he's smart. You see where the mental game went? They acting like Woody smart. Yeah, he's smart. Because he told and made away from telling, and now he ain't got to do no crime because he made away from telling. It's shifted in a total different direction. And this is what people really got to understand. Everything has shifted in a total different direction. It ain't like back in the day. Don't nobody care. If you tell, you tell. If you tell and you get some money, who cares? Oh, I can get some money with you. Huh? We all know everybody needs some money to survive. Everybody. And if you out here doing something illegal in the street, the niggas that's on the net is winning. They winning. The niggas that's creating content, they winning right now. Because they don't gotta risk their freedom to do it. It's the ones that is still playing the street game. The niggas that's out there gang banging. They still haven't understood yet that it's a failure mission and there's other ways to hustle. You know, you can get trapped up in the mentality of anything in the streets, but it's ill when you can mentally elevate. That's when you a real gangster. And that's what people got to start really standing on business with. You a real gangster when you can elevate and change your game to positive. You not a gangster if you gotta live negative until you crash out. That's not a gangster. A gangster is somebody that can turn their hat around. All right, I did that. Let me change the direction. I understand how that operates. Let me change the direction. Why I'm gonna keep playing with the fire when I know damn well I'm gonna get burnt? And you gonna be sitting down somewhere sick. A lot of these jokers that get locked up, that got a life sentence, in they mind, we just gotta keep it a buck. They wish they could have told or had somebody to tell on. Just be real. Now, you know, you got some people that lie to themselves and say, oh man, I got life, but I would rather sit in jail for the rest of my life than tell. Come on. That shit sound good. It sounds like real good until you got to be the one sitting in there for the rest of your life. Straight up, I guarantee you this. If they were to do a study and go to the penitentiaries with all lifers and pull them to the front and say, what would you rather do right now? Give us some information or just stay in here for the rest of your life? Especially if they've been down 10, 20 years. What you think they would do? They gonna give up some information. They don't wanna sit here for the rest of their life. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. They don't wanna sit here for the rest of their life when they had an opportunity to go back out there. Now, the ones that ain't got no opportunity, because they got life and they don't got nobody to tell on, of course they gonna say, man, I'll stay right here. I don't care about that. But if they had something to tell, they'd be ready to get out, man. See, the shit sounds like music to your ears when you just talking about it. When you gotta stand on that and you gotta really live that shit hit different. It's a different feeling. You know, it's a lot of jokers right now that's locked up wishing they could come home, man. It's a lot of them wishing they could come home. It's a dirty game in the street. The streets, they don't love you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about nothing. They swallow everybody up. And the streets continue to be the streets. Jokers out here acting like they homies not going to tell. They homies going to tell too. They get in a situation, they going to tell. Especially if you running around 10, 20 niggas and they come through with the Rico. When have we seen a Rico except for the bikers, and these were white people that held up the whole Rico and nobody said nothing? You ain't seeing that in the urban community. Niggas don't want to leave a girl. Straight up. They girl out there got somebody jumping on them. They don't want to leave her. So what they gonna do? They gonna figure out, how can I get out of this? And this is just, you know, real rap. Real rap. WACK been working. He don't care who he tell on, who he line up. And we can see, right? WACK goes outside recently, somewhere. Some type of event somewhere. He was outside with the young boys, right? The young boys, they don't care that WACK told on everybody else. This is why I'm telling you, the standards and the code is different. The young boys don't care that WACK told on anybody at all. They want to get on. You know, this is something that everybody got to understand, right? Each and every individual has their own mind. Each and every individual has their own mind. They thinking for themselves. Hold up. If they can go deal with WACK, even though WACK done lined many niggas up, they gonna go deal with him to try to get on. They gonna take the risk. Now, if they doing something wrong, WACK just gonna get information on them and use it against them if they get too cocky. See, that's the type of game WACK is playing. He'll line you up and he'll try to give you a boost at the same time. So when he give you the boost, he makes sure he get the information on you that if he got to pull you back down or assassinate your character, try to destroy your image, but then try to give you a boost and put the light on you. It's a dirty player. The situation with Max should have took his and said, I did this. I don't know what he did. I did what I did. I don't know what he did. And it would have looked totally different. But Max B looking at it like, man, he already got life. I'm going to say whatever I got to say. And it usually go like that. You can be the toughest person. When them years go by, right? And you banging on that cell door at 11:59 on December 31st, 11:59 p.m. Boom, 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 boom. Happy New Year. And you in the cell, that shit hit different. I know about that. It hit different. It's a different feeling. And for a nigga to be in there for years, oh, I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say to get out of here. What I gotta say? Yeah, I'm gonna take the plea. I got life. And then from Max not taking that 10 years, oh man, Max ain't take the 10 years. I'll be damned if he don't got, what, 15 in at the time, something like that, and say, I ain't gonna take this 20. Huh? What I gotta do? Well, you gonna have to admit to what happened. All right, shit, he already got life. In his mind, he looking at it like, all right, he got life already. It ain't like I'm telling. She already said this, but I'ma just go here and say this, so it ain't like I'm telling. It's already been said, right? But just being real, when you point out another man in a crime that you was involved with, you told. And that's a fact. I can't act like he didn't tell. You told them people he did this and he did that. As a man, you supposed to stand on principle, but they not gonna do it in this era. Max sitting down, seeing many niggas come through the prison that done told and going home. When you see niggas coming and going inside the jail and you sitting there and these niggas is coming and going and ain't nobody doing nothing to them. Ain't nobody pressing the rats. The rats is gonna keep, ain't nobody pressing them. What they gonna do to the rats? What they gonna do to them? Niggas scared to go to jail. They ain't gonna press him when he come home and do something to him. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to Wack. Niggas is scared to go to jail. They see what's happening. It's a different era. You know, back in the day, niggas would try to press the rats, do something to the rats. They get to talking about it, get an indictment. The word get out there, this nigga told this nigga to do that and did that. Got an indictment. So, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to none of the rats. The rats is knowing this shit. They know, all right, I just gotta stay away from these group of people. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me though. They not gonna come looking for me. As long as I stay away from these group of people. They dismantled the mob. The mob was getting rid of the rats. They dismantled the mob. Tore the mob all the way down. Ain't no more. Oh, y'all whacking the rats? Okay. Since everybody getting whacked, we gonna show y'all. This is why I tell people, right? That the government allows all the crime going on to go on. Because they can shut any of it down. You see how ICE is coming through and running straight pressure to get the illegals out of here? If the government wanted to run through the neighborhoods and shut the gangs down, shut all the illegal activity, the drug dealers and all that down, they could do it. They just don't want to because it keeps money generating. It keeps a job for them to do. They don't care about life. You care about your life. The world don't care about your life. This is the program. This is why things go the way it go. It's a business for them to continue to police your neighborhood and lock you up. Police officers getting paid. FBI agents getting paid. So they continue to do it. If they wanted to full court bliss the entire world, they could do it. One state at a time. But they don't want to. The game is totally different. They made ways for people to make money, whereas though you don't have to commit crimes. They made this shit. And, you know, the way that our mindset is, right? A lot of people are scared to come in front of the camera. A lot of people are scared to reveal themselves. A lot of people don't want to be talked about. It's a mental thing. And they know that. And this is why, you know, it's billions of people in the world, right? This is why, you know, it's a lot of people doing this, but it's a lot of people scared to do it. Straight up. It's a lot of people scared. They know that the streets is going to keep sucking people in, and they going to keep their business going by locking people up when they want to. The ones that got some smarts is going to say, hold up, this is a losing game. Ain't no way I'm going to win out here. It's impossible for me to win running the streets. Every nigga I know failed. It's the ones that is lost mentally that think that, all right, I got a chance. I'ma just keep going. I'll quit later. It's an addiction. So you get caught up in the addiction in the streets, and then you can't see that you're never gonna get off of this addiction. You think that, all right, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna stop later. You know, that's the famous line, right? You know, when you in the street and you hustling, when you get caught, the famous line is, man, I was just gonna make one more run. Damn, I was gonna grab one more time. The next flip was gonna be my last flip. That's how I go in the street, right? But on some real shit, you not gonna stop until you get caught. You not gonna stop until you get indicted. Because of the addiction, the dopamines. You yearn what you doing. Man, the game is designed. The rats is gonna keep ratting. And now, all the rats see that you get highlighted for being a rat. You don't get looked down upon. No, you get highlighted. If you tell in the world, you get put on a pedestal. They put you up here. Now, you got to remember this, right? It's a lot of people that are civilians that watch and are intrigued by street activity. A lot of civilians now that are intrigued by street activity. They ain't in the streets, but they're intrigued by what's going on in the streets. So they're the ones that's watching. Why would they care if you rat? Come on now. And then the people that are in the streets that are watching, when somebody rat, all they do is share it. Look, this nigga told. So if everybody's sharing the rat that's telling, it's highlighting the situation. What they say, good or bad publicity is good. You getting highlighted. So no matter what publicity you get highlighted. So why would they not get highlighted if they know, hey, all they got to do is go out there and tell, it's going to boost me. And ain't nobody going to do nothing. And if you getting money, people still going to want to deal with you because a lot of people are struggling financially. So why wouldn't they deal with you? They still going to rock with you? Straight up. You got money. You know, everybody out here working for the bread. They trying to pay some bills. Now, if you bag up and you able to throw somebody some paper, oh, they gonna rock with you. They don't care that you told. That's something for the nigga that is out there with the pack. The nigga that got the pack, the nigga running around with that onion in the street, oh, he care about you telling because he got the onion on him. The civilian that's watching and the nigga that told, they don't care about that shit because the one that told is making the money and the civilian that's watching is just intrigued by the street shit. They just got an opinion. Man, hey, he shouldn't have told. Well, hey, you look at the circumstances and a lot of them will say, man, I would have told too. I ain't going to jail for life for nobody. I ain't going to do this. The mental game that's being played with this shit is wild. But people don't pay attention to it, you know, until they in that situation. Yeah, everybody said they ain't going to tell them. Max B said he wasn't going to tell either. Went to trial, got 75 years, held up. Continued to fight, and tried to find any reason to get an appeal. And won the appeal. Won the appeal on ineffective assistant counsel because his attorney was his manager and got financial gain from the situation and didn't inform him to take this 10-year plea deal and said, go to trial. All right, got the case back in court. Won. Yeah, I win now. Now, what they do is they tell him, all right, you did a small win. It wasn't major, it was small. But what we going to do is we going to retry the case. Or you can take this plea and admit to guilt and your brother's guilt, and we going to let you get a Twinkie. You ain't take this diamond back we tried to give you. Play with us with this Twinkie. Play with us with this Twinkie. We tried to give you a diamond back and you said you're going to go all the way and we gave you 75 years. You done been down 15, 16, whatever years, 12 years, whatever. You better think about this. Max go back and say, man, damn. I want to go to trial again. I'm sure he was saying, man, I want to go to trial again so I can go home right now. But the lawyer telling him, now, you know, last time they offered you 10. You turned it down, they gave you 75. You play with them again, it might go up. Take this 20, you're going to have to admit the guilt. Now, if you admit the guilt and the guilt of your brother, they tell them legally, this is a mental game they play, right? This how they line Max B up, right? They say legally, they can't use your statement against him. It's the law in New Jersey, in New York, that if you go in there and take the plea, they can't use your statement against him. It's on record, but they can't use it. You just got to admit the guilt if you want to get this 20. Max B go in there and tell the people, yeah, I did this, and yeah, he did that. Violation. It's a violation, bro. Just being real, but don't nobody care about it when they've been sitting down for 15 years and you know if you play with these people, you ain't never coming home. You go in here and play with these people like it's a game, you ain't never coming home, bro. This is the last shot you got. You played with the other shot. This is the last shot you got. This is exactly what they told Max. His lawyer that he had told him that, yo, they not gonna allow you to use ineffective assistant counsel again. That's a one-time deal. They're not gonna allow you to use ineffective assistant counsel 2 times, bro. Now I'm telling you, take this 20. If you don't take this 20, you're gonna wish you did. And I'm sure Max got in there when they asked him the questions, he ain't want to say it, but the attorney briefed him. Hey, listen, you're gonna have to say and admit to your part and his part in the crime. Now that's one thing, you know, if you know anything about the system, when you take a plea, they're gonna want you to admit to your guilt in a lot of situations. Now you got some situations, they might just be like, all right, you pled guilty just because they want to get the conviction. But in this situation, this is a homicide, robbery. Straight up. This is a robbery that turned into a homicide. They really don't like to let people out of jail with those circumstances. When you turn a robbery into a homicide. They look at those type of individuals as the worst. If we just being real, you trying to rob and take a life, oh, it get real. So of course, you know, with the situation, Max B was going to buckle. Of course he was going to buckle. 75 years to being able to get out? Huh? Hold up. All right, man. Damn. That's 75. I guarantee you Max was fighting, but in his mind, he like, man, they trying to make me check out in here. So of course, you know, everybody talk that gangster shit. When you do gangster shit, you got gangster results. Let's just be real. They gonna make room in the jails. You thinking that, oh, you gonna get out here and they gonna make room in the jail for you. Damn right they gonna make room in the jail for you. Max got in there and said, listen, I did this and he did that. Straight up. Now, you got homegirl that done testified. She the one that solidified everything that happened. Oh, this is what happened. This is this person, that person. She locked it in. Now you got Max saying, yeah, all right. He was the shooter. Yeah. I want to go home. I want to go home, man. It's why I be telling people that street code don't exist. It don't exist. A lot of these, you know, rules and codes that people be acting like exist don't exist. You see how WACK100 run around the internet lining niggas up, got Hassan Campbell page took, going through what he was going through with Hassan Campbell. Now Hassan back talking to WACK. WACK was proud to say that Hassan Campbell was making $60,000 a month on YouTube, and he shut his page down because he put that recorded call with him and WACK out there. So now Hassan back rocking with the bull. They sitting down on the podcast together, you know, on the screen, talking about Max B. They come together to talk about Max B. Both of them now. The rules that these people say they rock with, they live by, they don't exist at all. They don't exist, man. You know what the common goal is? Attention and money. Attention and money. This is the goal. Niggas want attention and money. You get the attention, you gonna get the money. This is the goal. So a lot of these niggas, they willing to do whatever. They gonna sell they soul, do whatever for attention and money. This is why a lot of the artists in the game was hanging out with Diddy. They rocking with Diddy. Hey, Diddy pop in the room with a towel and nothing on. Let's go in the bathroom and talk. They go in the bathroom and talk to him. You know, but you got a select few that was like, hold up, man, I ain't going in there. Hold up. I ain't going in there. Straight up. Yeah, you going with bathroom. But then you got some of them niggas that are going in the bathroom with Diddy like, hey, what's going on, Diddy? Diddy ain't got nothing on. For the attention and money. You know, you got some people that are willing to grind for it. They got a hustle in them. They hustlers. But then you got some people that they don't really believe in themselves. So they feel like I gotta latch on to other people to achieve something. Then they might get a little light, but then they want more light. They want more light. So they willing to do anything. Just keeping it a buck. Ain't no way if I was Hassan Campbell that I would be doing any communicating with WACK. But it lets you know the mind state of these people. Nah, we not rekindling nothing. Hassan built this page without WACK. WACK, shut your page down. You beef and get your page back. I would never forgive him for that. After all that work you put in on the internet, he come through, destroy your platform. This how WACK know he a sucker. This what WACK do with these jokers though. This is what the rat WACK does. He know a lot of them jokers is foo-fafi. Straight up. A lot of them. Ain't no way we gonna have that kind of beef where you start playing with my paper and then you think that we gonna be cool again. That I want to sit on a platform. But Hassan Campbell want to be a part of calling Max B a rat so bad that he willing to sit up there with WACK. We all know WACK is a 137 informant. But he willing to sit up there on the stage with WACK, somebody that intentionally tried to destroy everything you built, and you acting like he didn't. Yeah, I'm ready to sit here with him. Because you want to, yeah, Max be a rat. You could have did that by yourself. You could have read the paperwork. You could have put it out there your own self. You ain't had to align with WACK. Especially when WACK tried to destroy everything you got. Straight up. Hassan Campbell wasn't a hustler before YouTube. He found his way on YouTube. He wasn't established at all. Straight up, found his way on YouTube. So this is your bread and butter, and you don't have no other hustle but creating your YouTube videos. This is the only hustle you got. And this one individual tries to destroy your entire hustle, and you gonna rock with him? Nah, not me. That's lame. Nigga, I ain't sitting on the stage with you at all, bro. Nah, you took my page down, bro. And I guarantee you, Hassan is not getting that same money no more. You can see the volume has changed with the channel and everything. You're not getting that same money. It's setting back. You know, when you get that bump and they get to messing with the channel, that shit sets your channel back. They don't push your shit out the same. It's the game with the algorithm. Straight up. When they get to playing with the channel and shit, and you get them hits, they don't push the content back out the same like they used to. You out there got it cracking, and you deal with WACK, and that happened. Come on now. But it lets you know the mind frame of these people. A lot of these people that found their space with the creating the content, they didn't have nothing before this. They was nothing before creating content. They didn't have a hustle. So they create the content and they see, well, the wave is you beef with each other, then you rock with each other, then you beef with each other, then you rock with each other. All right, I'm gonna do that. They gonna snake each other for content. This shit is weird. But this is what's going on with these jokers on the internet. This is why I tell you, don't nobody care about telling. Don't nobody care. If you right now was to bring down a whole organization, get everybody indicted, and you were able to be free, and you get on the internet and start talking about how you brought down this organization, you gonna blow up. Everybody's gonna want to watch you. This is how the game is going now. But before, nobody would want to deal with you back in the day if you brought a whole organization down. So why wouldn't people be telling? It's beneficial for them to tell. Back then, it wasn't beneficial. It wasn't like you can tell, go to the internet and blow up and start making thousands. Get a name. You got everybody wanting to interview you. You got everybody wanting to deal with you. All these people are law-abiding citizens. The people that are on these platforms that got their own platform, they are law-abiding citizens. They doing content. They don't care about nobody ratting. If they know that a nigga ratted and they bring them to their platform and sit them down, it's gonna make them a couple bands. Why wouldn't they do it? They ain't got no street code to live by. This is why I tell people that street code don't exist. A nigga get in a situation and he go tell on everybody, they waiting for him to come out to sit him down so that everybody can see him on their platform. Then he go from this platform to this platform. Now he can charge a lot because the whole world want to see. This is why the game in the street is over. It's done. You go out there and get a 40, 50 man indictment. And you be in the middle of it and be known to tell. They want to bring, how'd you get out of this? They want to sit you down on their platform and get you to explain, how did you get out of this? How is the organization doing this? So that the people that are intrigued about the streets, the civilians that watch, can know what's going on. Straight up. Now, all the civilians want to hear about the stories. They don't care that you got everybody locked up. They want to hear who was doing this, who knocked this person off, who had the bricks here, how was the bricks coming in, how many people got knocked off over there, where was the bodies found at. They want to hear the detail from the person that was right there, and they don't care that he told. But this is how the game is going now. Straight up. This how the game is going. It's different. So if the niggas that's telling is getting highlighted and people are seeing this, this is what people got to really understand. The world is seeing this though. The entire world is seeing it. Now you got some people that still want to live in the street mentality and act like, man, that, I ain't doing this and I ain't that, and he a rat, right? And they out there playing in the street. They can't see that the ones that's telling is the ones winning. But people that, is really paying attention and understanding, you're going to sit back and say, damn, hold up. I don't think it's cool to be rocking with a whole bunch of niggas doing anything. At this point in time, in today's world, it's not good to be rocking with nobody committing no crimes. It's not good to be planning no crimes with nobody. Because the one that tell, everybody gonna want to interview.